But overall, hey, at least half of this is looking really fun, actually. And welcome back to Going Hard here on Music Freak Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day, and I am rocking it here in my hardcore world. It's been 1,000 days and I'm not dead yet. This is a good thing. And I think since I'm still alive, and that's awesome, I think I want to do something to expand at the entrance to my base here. It's seeming a little bit, well, I mean, it's okay, but it needs some help. So let's see if there's something we can do about that. All right, I think I've got an outline, and I did decide to just swallow this whole pond into the, inside this entryway. Of course, this entryway is going to end up probably becoming a large build in and of its own right, I suppose. Because words are easy and stuff, right? But, so now, let's, as I always do, let's start boring and see if I can build this up and see what we get. Well, I've got some walls up, and yeah, we've definitely gone from entryway to just full-on castle. So, cool. It's not bad. It's got a fairly decent shape to it. I do need to do lots of decorative nonsense, and you can't get in or out of it right now. So castle, prison, kind of the same thing. That's not true. You can get out of it through the tunnel, which is also true of many prisons, I suppose. But I need to figure out where the heck this floor is going to be so I can sort of settle on how tall this building is going to be, which is, it's going to dwarf my little house up there, but, you know, I guess maybe we can go with that. All right, so playing a little bit with some flooring, and just some basic spruce I think is going to cut it. And at that level, I think everything here is going to be, fairly nice, to be honest. And then that means bringing this up, it's going to be at least another, well, 5 or 6 blocks for the floor, and then whatever I decide to do for a ceiling, which I'm kind of thinking a flat ceiling of some sort would be appropriate. But yeah, I think this is going to work. Now I just need to go get 1.5 zillion spruce logs and hope this lava doesn't burn down any more of my floor, because that would kind of suck. I think I want to, that's not saplings. Stone bricks do not grow well, it turns out. I mean, you could try, and it doesn't matter how much you water them. It doesn't matter. The stone bricks do not grow into these stone brick trees or anything like that. And, in some ways that's sort of disappointing, but honestly, it's probably a good thing. Otherwise, all of our houses would just start to grow. Anything you built out of stone brick would start to grow. And that just seems probably like a dangerous thing to have happen to a build. So, yeah, I guess we should be happy that stone brick doesn't grow that way. Otherwise, we'll probably end up having to plant string on top of everything. And that would just suck. Okay, so it was counting out some flooring spaces, and I think if I've counted correctly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's where the ceiling should be for this level here. So that means what I need to do is bring out the walls on the outside up to at least that level all the way around, which shouldn't be too bad. And then at the same time, I need to be keeping an eye on this just to be sure my floor isn't going to continue to catch fire from the lava wall that's underneath. I'm hoping I can get that sorted out and not have to worry about my build burning down. But, it wouldn't be the first time I did something silly like that, so we'll just keep an eye on it. So I've fallen off my build now multiple times. So that means that the build's going to be good, right? Isn't that the universal sign of a good build, is you've fallen off of it multiple times? Yeah, that's totally how that works, right? I guess we'll find out. Well, there's a roof on the building now, and it's huge and it's blocky and it's kind of ugly. It's not unlike your typical Walmart, but it's okay. I think I can make this build out into something that's going to look good. And if I terraform this hillside so it fits a little bit more into the mountain, I think it's going to just fit in better. So it doesn't feel quite so out of place. But okay, but it's definitely at its part of its ugly awkward phase, which it's totally okay. We can live with ugly awkward phase for now. I just need to be sure I have a way in and out of it. All right, so I have the building up and I have some serious concerns about it, but what I don't have concerns about at the moment is what I want to do with this pond behind me. Because this is going to be the main focal point, right? The main thing, the thing that's going to really stand out in the entrance here to my base. So it's time to clean that up and just give this a nice bit of polish and make it look good for all those turtles that are hanging out in there. So I decided I'm going to continue the tunnel out this way. So it's continuing with the bamboo and the cherry wood. I'm going to be topping this with glass, blue glass probably, and almost certainly some cyan. Topping the bamboo here is a challenge. So I think for now, I'm going to go with this deep slate. I may change this out later, but for now, at least it matches the theme that I've got going with the rest of the base. So we'll stick with that. Next, I need to figure out what I'm going to do over here. If I want to just square it off, if I want to make it round. Let's see what cool things we can come up with. I think I have something that's going to work. I decided to go with stairs coming down from both sides down here into what is sort of the pier area. And then came in with some cherry logs. Ooh, I still need to waterlog some slabs under there. But I think this is looking pretty nice. And then I've lit up all along the inside of the tunnel here. So aside from waterlogging those slabs, next thing I want to do is get up along the top here with some blue glass and probably some cyan and finish glassing over the top of this. I think I've got a fairly nice layout here for the glass. Now, the one challenge I had, see this blue glass block? That's the center of that doorway. Yeah, it's not the center of this pool. I'm kind of okay with that because just where everything sits, including down here in this hole, yeah, that's where I want to be. Yeah, absolutely. But, geez, monkeys. But I think this is going to work out nicely. And I decided to add some of this nice pink glass in here with the blue and the cyan. I think this just really makes this pop a little bit, especially with the cherry underneath. So the next thing I want to work on is this arch, which is doing okay, but I'm in the process of converting it from the stone brick to the deep slate brick. And I think I can pull off something here that's going to look really nice. Yeah, just a little bit of stripped cherry log, I think, is going to make this work out okay. Left a little bit of deep slate, kind of like it's more of a support pillar or something like that. A little something along the sides. Let's play with it, but I think let's play. I think I've got some ideas. Yeah, a little cherry wood, right? Some logs, and then some got some nice verdant frog lights with cherry trapdoors over them, and that just lights this area up beautifully. That is just fabulous. I love it. Now, I have been telling myself over and over and over again as I've been building this that the structure is just too big for the space I've got it in. I think I need to go ahead and just take off that top floor. So let's do that. All right, so I'm thinking the main entrance is gonna go here. Obviously the floor at this level is a little bit high, so I'm gonna need some form of stairs, which is cool. A little patio stairs, something out here is gonna look good. It's just a matter of getting, well, getting all of this in place and maybe a little bit wider. So let's see what we can do about that. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing. That's always a question. One of which I rarely have a good answer to, you know, is do you know what you're doing? And I think today the answer is, and honestly, that might be the answer more often than not. Right? Just sort of a general, maybe. I might know what I'm doing, perhaps, kinda, sorta. We're gonna find out as we continue down this path. Okay, so I've got the basics of a gate here, or at least a main entrance. There are some things I might be able to do with it, but I'm going to wait and see what I do with the walls. Now, I know I spent earlier in the episode building all the walls up. I just tore down another one. But now I'm going to sort of build out whatever's going to happen over here. And once that wall is in, I may figure out a little bit more to do with the gates. But I want this to be all sort of, have sort of a bright and airy feel. So it's going to be sort of open, a lot of windows, and that type of thing. So time to dig in and figure out what all is going on over here. All right, so this is looking fun. Got a nice little arch happening over this, what is going to become a window of sorts. And I even managed to get a fairly reasonable, you know, cone coming back this way. So it sort of angles in all the way underneath here. So that, it just gives a nice little bit of texture, I suppose, but opens this up a little bit more. So now the fun is going to be, what the heck am I going to do to actually fill this in and make it solid? And I have zero clue. So let's play with that. Okay, that is kind of cool. That is cool. Just the blue and pink stained glass panes with some iron bars between. Just gives this really nice look from the outside. I think I need to do a little bit here to sort of add some detail, but coming around the back. Oh, check that out. Looking back outside. Ooh, that is really cool. That is slick. I love it. I love it. I love it. A little while later, and I think I've got this in place. I've finished out this side with just a plain kind of square window, little tile wall action there on the sides. But I think this gives this a little bit of a view. Definitely doesn't feel so harsh that like the stone brick wall does. I mean, you can see on this side that's just horrible. And now here it's sort of bright, it's open, and that is exactly the feel I'm going for. So I think what I need to do here is take care of the stuff in this wall and probably tear out all of that stone brick. However, I decide to end up making this work with the hillside and stuff. But this is looking so much better than what I had before. And that is a win. And I think this wall is sorted out. Again, continuing the same glass and bars theme from over there, without the arch this time. And then, of course, this wall is solid because there's a hill on the other side. I dropped a little mangrove in there. I think that's kind of fun. I wonder, let's see, does it look better like that? I don't know, but it doesn't look bad with the the mangrove there. I might keep it just because it might, with the extra trapdoor. I think it'll match a little bit better. Let me just free cam outside here for a minute, and you can kind of see what's going on here. It's pretty much the same as what I had before. The one difference is I've got this little bit of trapdoor over shroom lights, you know, that dealy bob. And this pink here, that's the pink wall that we were just looking at with the trapdoors. Now I might pull a little bit of dirt over it and hide that, but at the moment I actually don't mind it being there either. So I'll have to play with that a little bit and see. But overall, hey, at least half of this is looking really fun, actually. And at least from the ground level down here, this doesn't look nearly as imposing, right? This is looking really, really nice. Now, where things are going to get hairy is up this way. So I've got this staircase going up here, right? And I stopped here because I'm not sure how far up this needs to go, because I was thinking of said rooftop gardens and other fun stuff that sort of may change the level of the staircase. So it's stopped there for a minute. But then I've got this guy over here, right? The hill comes up this way, right? It's coming up nicely. I've got a little bit of this over here, which is over by the stairs, which I'll need to clean up. But speaking of stairs, I've got all of this, right? This whole back wall area needs to be something that's not dirt. As I think I'm going to be coming in just like I've done inside the rest of the building, combination of cherry logs and deep slate and stuff, just to really set this area off, and also maybe try to separate the bridge out just a little bit. But all in all, I think it's okay. I like that little window that's up there on the stairs. Adds a nice little bit of light and visibility into the outside there. Well, that is looking a lot better. Oh yeah, got the a little more deep slate heading out here. Decided to throw a painting on the side. I can't do a window because of the hill, but a painting fills the same role, I suppose. Now, notice, hey, there's still this hole in the ceiling. It's because I don't know quite what's going up here, so I'm going to bring the landscape down this way a little bit. So we'll see what happens there, but that's going to be a problem for future me. For now, got some highlights going on here, some mangrove with trapdoors over it, a couple of places where I chose to leave the mangrove bare, like up here. Ooh, I should probably remove that spruce there. And then this little doorway, this heads back to the frog area, and I need to put in a new entrance to the turtles because that's now underneath the stairs. I'll probably put in something quite probably with the frogs, actually. But all in all, I like this. It's still enclosed, right? But it's definitely feeling a lot airier out here now, and it's like, so it's not quite so, well, not quite so closed in, right? It's feeling a little more open. And then you come out here, and yes, it's still a large building. But when you're down here at ground level, right, if you're walking through, now it doesn't feel nearly as oppressive as it was, right? You see into the lava walls, you see this open into the tunnel, and it's just this nice, lovely, sort of airy place, which is, honestly, it's all sorts of fun. I like the way this turned out. And we have plenty of room for activities, which is, of course, the important thing we've got going on. And, you know, even more important is I can get in and get down to the river and out that way. Now, I really should get down here and drop some bone meal on the sand here to grass it up. But that's probably the last little detail that needs to be done. And that is gonna do it for me today. I think this turned out really, really nice, and I am happy and excited about this. But we're not done. I've got stuff to do on the second floor, but that is going to be a problem for future me. And you can see all of that fun and excitement by hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, even turning on the notification bell. It'll be awesome and amazing, and you won't miss a thing. And until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.